Robots, or in other words, artificial intelligence, has been on the rise as time progresses and continues to play a large and consistently increasing role in our lives. As we live in such an innovative society that is highly involved with the usage of machines and technology, it is inevitable that we continuously strive to improve ourselves. As the usage of machinery increases, human labor decreases, and many people become unemployed or their wages fall due to less demand and need for them. But with the fall in wages, consumers will have less purchasing power to afford products and services produced by the economy, leading to a decrease in demand for the products and services as well. During the Industrial Revolution, manual laborers feared that new development and use of machines would take away their jobs and form of income earning. While it did, things in society advanced and improved in the long run when viewing it from the bigger picture. Despite all the rapid advancement in technology, nothing has completely replaced humans because we live in a man-made society that wouldn't put humans secondary to the technological advancements. Globalization enabled people from rural and faraway countries to compete for work in the labor force, which created competition, hurting lower skilled workers in places such as the United States. New competitors demanded lower wages and hiring workers from other countries best benefited this need for companies. The impact of artificial intelligence and usage of robots and machines in the labor force is very similar to the impact globalization created when it occurred. The use of machines has been shown to be more efficient and productive for companies, especially for mass production. While it has taken a lot of jobs off the market for lower skilled workers, it has benefited companies immensely. For example, think about PayPal. Prior to discovering usage for the computer system in this business, they would have had to hire 1,000 workers for a task that can be now accomplished with one worker in a computer system. While purchase and development of the system might cost a small sum of investment for the company, in the long run they save so much more on worker compensation. Automation affects employment on two opposite sides of the spectrum. On the positive side, it increases the demand for labor in industries or jobs that rise due to automation. This is the productivity effect. However, on the negative side, automation also directly displaces workers from tasks they were previously performing, demonstrating the displacement effect. The first version of automated gas delivering robot appeared in 1964 at a station in Westminster, Colorado. In the 1970s, pump makers added automation, allowing customers to pay at the pump. Over the next 30 years, stations nationwide began to install these task-specific robots, replacing attendants. By the 2000s, the gas attendant job became non-existent, while the growth of approximately 168,000 gas stations in the U.S. led to loss of jobs for a large population. The broader impact had been positive for the majority. Due to the loss of gas station jobs, many unemployed people were now pushed to educate themselves towards getting a job in the professional market, hence adding an increase in value to society and themselves. The increase in automation has had the most negative impact on the less educated because they're the first to lose their jobs and get replaced by machines. The extra push has motivated them to increase their education levels and shoot for better positions. Economists have shown that automation helps the rise of overall standards of living, improve literacy rates, strengthen average lifespan, and decrease in crime rates. We have come a long way since the Industrial Revolution, mechanization, computerization, and continuing to improve in our means of artificial intelligence. The United Nations estimates that poverty was reduced more in the past 50 years than in the past 500 years, demonstrating that there may be some correlation related to the increase in artificial intelligence and use of robots in our society. Some compare the impact of robots on employment to follow a similar pattern as what occurred from the Industrial Revolution in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. However, artificial intelligence is created roughly 3,000 times the impact on society. Will we overcome the rapid change as well as before, or will we create a harsher impact on the people that it becomes overbearing to handle? While many fear that the increase in robots will have a negative impact on society, taking away jobs and leaving many unemployed, it appears that may not be the case. According to the U.S. Census data released in September, the largest annual drop in poverty occurred since 1999, showing that the technology may be in fact creating more jobs than it destroys. Between 2014 and 2015, nearly 3 million jobs were created. Over the past decade, we've become more globally attached to technology, moving everything onto social media or linked to the web. If you don't use the internet, you're basically out of sync with the rest of the world. Technology is moving rapidly, and if you don't keep up, you fall behind in almost every aspect. One at a time, companies will eliminate jobs or marginalize your work, first affecting the least educated factory workers and working its way up to office administrators. According to a consulting company, McKinsey, it is predicted that within 8 years, one-third of all trucks on the road will have the ability to drive themselves. And if this occurs, truck drivers will be eliminated and lose their jobs. According to Jason Furman, chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, the concern is not the robots that will take human jobs and render humans unemployable. The worry is that the speed of artificial intelligence's encroachment on jobs could lead to sustained periods of time with a large fraction of people not working. Over a long duration of time, we'll find equilibrium, but the sudden transition will take many by shock, leaving them unemployed. Although difficult to predict, reports suggest that policymakers should prepare for 5 primary economic effects, including contribution to aggregate productivity growth, changes in skills demanded by the job market, uneven distribution of impact between wage and education levels, job types, disappearance of some jobs and creation of others, and loss of some jobs for workers in the short and possibly long run. As a potential resolution to addressing the impacts of artificial intelligence driven automation across the entire U.S. economy, the report suggests investing in and developing artificial intelligence for its benefits, educating and training Americans for jobs of the future, and aiding workers in the transition and empower them to ensure broadly shared growth. Based on the previous changes we've seen and experienced in the past and currently from improvements in automation, there is bound to be both positive and negative effects. Although it may leave many unemployed, look at the bigger picture. The rise in robots will encourage more people to educate themselves in higher levels, enabling them to serve the potential growth in jobs in creation of more robots for the future.